I'm going to watch YouTube on this, like on my iPad. Oh, because we're going to like comment about something on YouTube.
Is that going to be your full volume and the distance from your...
How about this? I think this is pretty good volume and distance. Do I have room to drink my coffee still? And just another
I feel
manic.
like you're talking quieter than you normally do.
I think once I get excited, I'll speak louder. What do you think? I can't believe... Are you kidding me? Ho, 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 ho!
This is generally the volume that I speak at, so this is a test to see my sound waves.
Ho, 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 ho. Make that go viral.
Oh, mine like didn't even.
I love watching Bo Jackson highlights on YouTube
Yeah?
because he was a Superman. Kind of a hero of mine when I was about 10-ish.
These are me
12-ish.
testing my sound waves once again. This is me testing.
It's because the mic's so far from you. Look how
Is
much
it that
closer.
far?
Look, 4 fingers. Look how close that is.
I feel like that's how far I was.
But now you're leaning into it. Like, you're not going to sit like that.
No, I'm not, but I need to get up again, so. Okay. 123.
Travel. We could talk travel. It's not. It's just worse than neutral. Oh, I had ice cream last night for the first time in like 2 months. Because we went to a place that had no sugar added vanilla.
Where? 'Cause
Um.
I need no sugar added.
Oh, you don't have sugar now?
I have not for like 5 years.
No way. What about Rebel? Oh, you said Rebel ice cream. Oh, can you buy me some Rebel ice cream and bring it tonight?
Yeah.
I will pay you money.
You don't have to pay me anything.
Because I haven't had it, but I've been reading about it.
Okay.
And it's like the ice cream that I'm allowed to have.
Oh, it's very good. So I always start
How do you
with
see me?
it hand out wide, and then I crop it in tight.
Oh, look at you. You're so pro. Should we start with a prayer?
I didn't fluff my hair before I sat.
When pecking, it's like pecking order. So like if you were on the football team as a young man, like that would put you like high up on the social status. That's
Okay.
it. So your social status. Okay.
Is
So
this allowed to be back in now?
yeah, maybe we can jump back.
And
And take 2. Wait, little burp. Take 3. Okay. Yeah, like a little. Shouldn't have had that celery. That was fun. So travel, yeah. I remember fun travel. We went, my wife and I, we did a local, when we first got married, we did a local honeymoon because we both had traveled and we knew big trips usually are exhausting. And after a wedding, like you're already like,
smart.
so we said, stayed local.
Smart.
First anniversary, we're going to do a big trip. And we had this dream of going around the world in one direction, a series of flights. So you have no return flights.
Really?
And yeah, it was really fun. And Thailand was the first major stop. And one of the coolest things about Thailand is at the time, it was the early 2000s, and it was just so cheap. If you had dollars, like it was so cheap. So you could just live like a king. You know, you could stay at the Peninsula in Bangkok, which is a nice 5-star hotel, for like $110 a night.
That's crazy.
It was amazing.
That's crazy.
You could get, so that's where I learned about Thai massage. So we got $6 for a 1-hour Thai massage. Up until that point, I'd been familiar with like deep tissue style massages, things like that. Okay. So I'm all geared up. Brandy's all geared up. And we go in, and it's these little Thai, well, your sized Thai girls, little Thai girls. And they make you put on this Thai like kind of robe, sarong looking thing. And they take you into this little room with bamboo like shutters, and they put you down on this yoga mat. So there's no table. You're on the ground on a yoga mat.
Okay.
And the best way to explain it, if you've never done it or seen it, I'm sure there's a video somewhere, they're doing yoga for you. Like they're taking your body and putting you and like stretching you in yoga positions while you just kind of sit there. And they somehow know the maximum pain tolerance that you can have before like a tendon rips, because they're stretching you, and you're like, you don't want to like complain because they're little girls, and you're thinking like, this shouldn't be that painful. And it's a really amazing, and afterwards you're just jello, like you're done.
That
And
sounds really uncomfortable and
it's
painful.
extremely uncomfortable and extremely painful. Oh, maybe this is going to turn into like worst massage experiences while traveling podcast. Maybe this is where this is going.
Okay.
So that was one that was a good experience, but very different than I
Okay.
anticipated. Another time, this would have been before that. I had a buddy pass for Delta Airlines, which isn't super relevant, but I could go anywhere in the world. Delta flew, so I went like, where's the furthest that they fly from New York? I saw they flew to India and they flew to South Africa, and I at this particular trip ended up going alone, so I didn't want to go on like safari and all that alone. So I thought, a trip to India alone might be interesting. So I went to India. I said we went to India.
Me and myself.
Whoever's running around in there. We went there, and it was amazing. So because I was a buddy pass, I got put in first class. Here's the biggest miss of my life that I can recall. I was sitting next to this physician from Texas, an Indian gentleman, and he was flying back to go to his son or daughter's wedding. And so we're chatting, whatever, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to like join me at my kid's wedding?" And I'm like, hard pass. Like I was like 20 years old. I'd never heard of an Indian. I didn't know it was like a thing, like Indian weddings. Like I didn't know about Bollywood and Indian weddings. And so this is the guy flying first class from Texas. He had paid like $7,000 in 2003 for a ticket to India. So I'm sure the wedding was going to be amazing.
Amazing.
If you're out there, sir, I apologize.
If you're watching this podcast.
If you're watching this podcast, you know who you are. I was sitting right next to you, and I apologize for not accepting your invitation.
This was like 20 years ago.
Like 30.
You're not 50.
Well, I've been married 20 years, so it had to be more than that. Probably like 22, 23 years ago. Yeah. It's probably like 2003, somewhere around there. Yeah, 2003. Anyway, it was a great trip otherwise, but that was a big miss. I don't know how that would have affected like my life, but I feel like that's like a sliding doors moment where had I taken that option,
oh man, Kevin,
like it would have gone it would have been this eye-opening experience.
You're so good, full of good questions today, because now I'm like, it's a big missed opportunity in my life.
Yeah.
He asked me like all these questions earlier this morning about like, what were they? One of them was like
moments where you felt truly at peace.
And then the other one was like biggest accomplishments. I haven't answered either
accomplishments
of these.
that you're most proud of.
Yeah, I haven't answered either of these.
Anything spring into mind? And biggest miss, yeah,
And biggest miss. Okay, so I'm gonna have to think on all of these. I think the only thing that's come up with biggest accomplishments is because he went through all of his. Do you want to recap any of them? Podcast safe.
You go first.
Okay.
They don't want to hear.
Okay.
Because it feels like it's turning into like a Instagram account of like sharing my fancy pictures.
Brag about myself. A triathlon, I've already talked about that enough on this podcast. Probably taking care of my dad full time while also working full time, while also being chronically ill full time for an entire year while he was dying.
Holding it together.
That feels like a pretty big accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably that.
That's huge. And he was doing something really important for somebody really important.
Mm-hmm.
Your triathlon. Huge accomplishment from our previous episode.
I think getting my pilot's license was a big accomplishment.
Your drone pilot's license or your airplane pilot's license?
Remote, unmanned aircraft remote license. Pilot's license.
I was gonna be like, whoa, you're a pilot? Is it a different word for a female pilot? A pilot?
Oh my God.
A pilotess?
No, it's not. Just like actors are actors now. It's a pilot. And don't diminish my pilotness, because
femininity is not diminishing anything.
No, I'm not even talking about the femininity part of this.
Do not put words in my mouth.
Being an unmanned aircraft pilot.
Why is it gotta be manned? Unpersoned.
Ground. I can only fly. I am only licensed to fly from the ground.
It sounds so funny.
I didn't put on the lights.
We're doing a podcast.
I forgot to put on the red
Would you like to
light.
join us? We're talking about our biggest accomplishments, regrets, and misses in life. Rockstar.
We already talked about
I
the red
sang that
light.
song. I knew he had sung it on the podcast. I started singing it when we were talking about the red light. And I said, I feel like this has been sung on this podcast before in the same key that I'm singing it now.
That's what I just got.
What is it?
A shirt.
Oh, wait, you guys are podcasting.
We are currently podcasting.
You're in it now.
I'm like,
Demonstrate it.
hey, everybody.
Another
Can I see?
collared.
Oh,
TMA shirt.
exciting.
TMA or TMAIT?
TMAIT.
Nice. Oh, this
How
is.
fancy.
And you got one.
Got one.
Congratulations.
Podcast.
For sure.
Okay.
All right, I'm out of here.
All right, we'll only be another.
Although you almost never talk about clients on your podcast. So if you wear a client shirt,
That's true.
I don't think they'd mind. We're almost done.
HIPAA.
That's right.
Ish. And scene.
Cut 4. We were talking about
Oh,
biggest
how-
accomplishments,
yeah, and how I'm a
misses,
pilot and
Zen
how-
moments,
Oh,
pilotus.
I wanted to say you have to know all the same laws of the air as any other pilot.
Oh,
Do you know why?
because you're interacting with pilots.
Because you're in the same airspace.
Right. That makes sense.
So I have to have all the brain knowledge. As
Was it a long course, or how do you go about getting this?
You can do it as fast as you are smart. So you could do it all. You could learn it all in a day if you're a particularly intelligent
Oh.
person. I am 8 times concussed. So
Is that true?
yeah.
Okay, I have questions about that, but continue.
Okay. So I learning is harder for me, slower for me. Brain recall slower. So in addition to working full time, I was studying science and math and what I consider boring air stuff, laws.
Oh, do you have to learn weather and stuff like that?
Yes.
Different types of clouds and what they mean?
Yes. Just
Oh.
like fog and
Mm.
like wind speed and just
Right.
dumb stuff. So
How the world and environment that I live in every day works.
it's also
Ugh.
you also like there's a couple of things you have to learn on like mental aggression, like being in the right headspace to fly and like not being overly arrogant and cocky, like
Right.
weird stuff. So anyway, as fast as you can learn, the fast you can apply for your test. So I studied for like a year over time in between working, and then I passed on my first try.
Hmm.
You go to the airport.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you the first pilot in your family?
I'm the first pilot in my family.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm like the first not pilot in my family. Like,
Really?
yeah, my dad, pilot, my father-in-law, pilot, several uncles, pilots. Grandfather was
Really?
a professional pilot.
Amazing. For commercial, you mean?
Amazing for them.
Commercial?
He was commercial. Everybody else was private.
Recreational?
Yeah, right.
Private?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I guess it was a big thing back then, like
Mm.
becoming a pilot, back in the 70s. And
I would really like to become like recreational.
but none of them that I'm aware of, well, my grandfather's dead, and all the rest, I don't know if any of them are current.
Mhm.
Like, they never have maintained it. Nobody has a plane that I'm aware of anymore. So Grandpa had a little plane.
Mm.
So I got to fly it. Like, so I've flown a plane,
Oh,
go
really?
a little
Why-
little single engine.
Why would you do that?
I mean, he was there, like he was next to me. But once you're up, like, just like when you're a little kid, you might steer the car when your dad's
yeah.
had too much to drink. you know,
You know.
you know what I'm talking.
Yeah.
So Grandpa takes you up. I remember this one story. That never actually happened to me. It was a joke. So Grandpa takes me up. We're flying from California in his little plane to Colorado. And in the little plane, you can't do it in one shot. You have to stop and get gas at a couple different places. So we get and we go back up. And now going over the Rockies is a little dicey if you don't have oxygen, which we didn't have oxygen. Because you have 14,000 foot mountains, I believe, is some of the highest peaks in the Rockies. So you have to make sure you go. If you don't want to fly through the valleys because there can be wind issues and
Yeah.
it can be dangerous. So you want to go over. But once you get up over that 16,000 foot mark in a single plane without adjusting over time, you can start to have issues with your brain's function. So he used, he's a professional pilot, so he understands these concepts. So he used me sort of as the canary in the coal mine. It was just he and I flying. And so every few minutes, he would be like, okay, hey, find this station. There's a little manual radio. Find this station on the radio. And at a certain point, like I was looking for the number, and I guess I scrolled past it. And like it didn't like register that I had scrolled past the number, and I was like still scrolling and like kind of confused, like why can't I like where's the number? It's not working. And he's like, okay, it's time to go down.
Oh
Like it was
boy.
starting to affect like my cognition or something. So we arrived safely with no incident, but that was smart of him to like know to like think, make sure we're on the same page. Everything's and he could probably watch me. And if it started looking weird to him, then he would also know, like, to.
That's why flying alone is scary.
So, anyway, flying. But yeah, other than I didn't do a lot of flying, but that was, and on short trips in a single engine airplane, it actually doesn't save you very much time. Like, let's say it's an 8-hour drive or a 2-hour flight or something, or a 3-hour flight. The amount of prep work you have to do to weigh because on a small plane you have to be weight and balance. So you have to weigh everything if you're carrying a substantial amount of stuff, like a truck van's worth of stuff. So you have to weigh everything, take it, load it up, do all your checks, pre-flight plan, get fuel along the way, a little stop. And it ends up taking like 5 hours instead of 8 hours driving.
Yeah.
Like it's not a massive savings of time. And then when we get to
Right.
the airport, somebody has to pick you up.
Yep.
Because unless you have a
Yeah.
car just waiting for you there.
Yep.
There wasn't Uber back then. So it's like it starts to make sense when you're going more than like 12 hours flying.
Yep.
Where it's like more driving than you would do in a day.
Yep.
Then it starts to make sense. Like, okay, that makes sense. We can do this in a day instead of 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, fun fact. You can just cut all that out. That was nonsense.
Well, we've covered a lot of topics.
Have you seen the Jetson 1?
No.
This is the it's sort of a combination drone. It looks like a giant drone that you fly. You're in it. You're seated in it.
Maybe I have.
They're in the low six figures. And they only, at this point with the battery technology, I think they only fly for like 20 minutes. They go like 60 miles an hour and they fly for 20 minutes. So if you typically travel like in a 20-mile radius from your house and you're not in an urban area, you could fly there. And it doesn't.
That looks fun.
And it doesn't require a pilot's license, so you're already overqualified.
You don't have to have a pilot's license?
Because of its like lightness or whatever.
That to me would be manned aircraft.
Yeah, I don't understand. It doesn't require a special license, evidently.
That is weird.
Yeah, but maybe the type of license you have is required, and you have that.
No, because mine is unmanned aircraft.
I chat GPT'd it, and it said no special licensing is required, but there's lots of restrictions if you're in certain types of airspace, like urban. So it would depend on your jurisdiction, your state, blah, blah, blah. Most of the videos that I see them doing it are in very rural areas, like farm areas, where there's probably no restrictions. But isn't that cool? Like that feels like that should be the future. If they
15 minutes. They can fly for 15 minutes.
So if they can get that battery technology down, I feel like that's it. Especially like...
Yeah, owners do not need a pilot's license to fly it. That's weird.
Especially
it's recreational.
Right.
So...
But imagine, once you have that, especially with self-driving technology, like you wouldn't even fly it. You would just like program your GPS destination. Like how much easier would it be for that to fly you somewhere than a car to drive you somewhere? As far as like potential obstacles.
I just don't trust
and
humans.
Dangers.
I don't trust humans.
But the machine's driving it.
If it's doing it by itself.
Yeah. But it's only one. It's either you or the machine. Like.
Yeah. It's just still, we got a long ways to go, I think.
Ooh.
Oh, I wanted to look up a question for you before we wrap up. That requires me finding that. Please hold.
Hold. You should put in like elevator music right here and just show us sitting here. Like in between two ferns. Between two firms. Ferns. With Zach Galifianakis. Is that the best podcast? That wasn't really meant to be a podcast, but
I love it so much,
It
though.
felt like a podcast.
I love it, though.
I know they must have prepped the people and everything, but wow, it felt so authentic and organic the way that everything comes across. I wish he would still do that. Hey, Zach, if you're watching, please continue that
Hey,
between two
Zach.
ferns.
Hey, Zach, if you're watching,
And if the issue is the budget for the ferns, you could even drop the ferns. I don't feel like they were super necessary to the whole spiel. I stopped breathing for a minute.
I
I'm
should
sorry.
have had this ready. Please hold.
Please hold. We're still holding. The lights are red. It's functioning.
I'm gonna die.
And we're-
I'm gonna die.
I should record you running in case it doesn't make it. Oh, man.
Oh my god, I'm actually
Epic end.
It's the end.
No, it's not. There's more.
There's always more.
Don't be sad. You can catch our full video interviews on our YouTube channel. Come find us.
And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends so that we're not sad.
And follow us on TikTok.
And Instagram.
It'll make your day happier, promise.
And we'll know if you do. Until next time.